My name is Robby Chin. I'm the Health and Wellness Coordinator and Personal Trainer here at the Mac Center in Salisbury. Today we're going to be going over the proper way and technique to pick things up, aka hip hinge, aka deadlift. It's okay, don't be afraid, it'll be all right. And again, before we do any of these exercises or drills together, it might be a good idea to consult your primary care physician or your physical therapist or a specialist to make sure it's okay for you to do and you've got the green light. So without further ado, say we do have the green light. And today what I'm going to be showing you is how to hinge, and it's a great way to reinforce like picking things up safely so that we don't hurt our lower backs. But then also now every time that you go down and pick something up, we can train our glutes and our legs properly, save the knees and save the back. All right, so it's a win all around. So the main way that I like to cue what is commonly referred to as a hinge, if you do an internet search on that, it's a hip hinge, is two things. I like to keep it really simple. And it's some keys that I know work for some people and may not work for others. But for the majority of folks that I've trained with, again, like geriatric populations as well as athletes, it works out great. So two main things to take away are once you get your feet set up, and they can be wide, it can even be like 1 foot in front of the other, depending on how you're standing at home. And there's two keys, and that is one, stand as tall as you can, almost like there's a string attached to the top of your head pulling you up. And what that's going to do is straighten your spine. Okay, so we put our spine in neutral. Okay, the other thing is, so get tall. The other thing is, stick your butt out. So stick your butt back. And if you're doing it right, you should feel a little bit of a good pull in the back of your thighs into the hamstrings. So again, we just stand tall, sit your butt back as far as you can. All right? And then from there, so say we've got something on the floor we want to pick up. We just approach the item. If you can, it's best to square up on it. A chiropractor will definitely tell you to avoid standing, bending, and twisting at the same time. So try and square up on the item. Get as tall as you can. Sit your butt back. And then bend the knees. And then once you've got it, it's just a hip thrust. So you just thrust your hips forward. So instead of get tall, sit your butt back, bend the knees. So instead of lifting with the back, think about thrusting your hips forward. So it's more in the hips. So when folks said, lift with your legs, they probably should have and ought to have said, lift with your legs, thrust with your hips. So get tall, stick your butt out, then bend the knees, pick up what you need to, and then thrust your hips forward, okay? This is really great. I've spent a lot of time farming as well and gardening, spending a lot of time in a crouched over position, and the best way to get up is to, again, thrust your hips forward. So extend with your hips instead of extending with your lower back. So make the hips and your butt do the work and save the lower back. So again, this was our hip hinge segment. Thank you for joining our fitness moment. Again, my name is Robby Chin, the Health and Wellness Coordinator and Personal Trainer at MAC here in Salisbury. Feel free to come by and say hello. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, give us a call, shoot us an email. We'd love to talk with you. Again, thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time.